So, hello students, welcome back to our chapter Human Eye. So, we are going to start the defects of vision and their correction. In last lecture, we have we have already understood about the human eye, light, and the different parts of the human eye. And also, we already understood the process by which we can sense the different object and colorful world around us. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the defects of vision and how they are going to be correct. So first defect we have the cataract. So cataract is nothing but the formation of the conversion of our eyes or eyeball into milky and cloudy due to the formation of web-like material over the eye. Okay, so the image cannot be seen distinctly because eye lens becomes milky or cloudy. Why it says cloudy? Because on the cornea region we are getting like a web like network over there. Okay, web like, it is web. Okay, so but by like cataract therapy, okay, it is nothing but the kind of surgery we can remove that web from the retina, oh no, from the cornea region, and we can correct that defect. Okay, so this condition is known as cataract. What is the condition? When the eyeball
Cataract.
or eye lens becomes milky or cloudy, that means it get covered, that cornea region or inside the cornea web like structure which is formed and which makes the like which repels most of the light which is entering inside the eye. Okay, it repels those light, that's why picture is forming on the retina is blur. Okay, so that's why we had to remove that web like structure by small surgery. Okay, it can cause complete or partial loss of vision. If that web becomes more thick, then the person will lose the permanent, the vision will lose permanent vision of the eye. Okay, that's why it had to be treated properly. So this can be corrected by the surgical removal of extra growth. See that extra growth have to be removed by the surgical process. Okay, and this therapy is called as cataract surgery. Okay, the surgery of the eye to remove the extra means that web like cell, they are nothing but the cells like structure. Okay, they have to be removed from the eye so that the person will see or the person's vision will become clear. This is called as beta cataract, and this surgery is called as cataract surgery. Okay, any doubt here? Very simple. Okay, next defect of the eye is called as beta myopia. Myopia is also called as nearsightedness. Nearsightedness means it is the defect of eye in which a person can see nearby object. Okay, right, is it written over here? A person can see nearby object clearly, but cannot see distance object clearly or distinctly. Okay, so you have to write here. It is myopia or nearsightedness is the defect of human eye. The defect in human eye, human eye in which you have to write a person can see nearby object clearly but cannot see distance object distinctly or clearly. Okay, it's called as beta myopia. Okay, so what happens generally? Okay, so this is the normal functioning of the eye. This is the normal functioning of the eye. But what happens in myopia? So in myopia, image which is not formed on retina but form right in front of the retina, means image will form here or here. Okay, so that image will appear blur to our sense organ called brain. Okay, so let's see how we can correct that. So what are the reason by which image is forming right in front of the retina? So there are two possible reason, beta. There are two possible reason. I'm just writing first one here. Probably this is the retina and this is the lens. Is it or not? Everyone do reply.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So probably the distance between lens and retina got increases. Is it? So first reason, there are two possible reasons. First reason is what? Probably is there. The increases the distance between retina and lens. Then image is going to form in front of the retina. Okay, so I'm writing here first reason. The distance between retina and eye lens increases. E is not come lens, lens, lens increases. Okay, this is the first possible reason. What is the reason? The distance between retina and eye lens increases. Okay, second, what could be the second one? The second one is that ciliary muscles, ciliary muscles present over here, that ciliary muscles are responsible for the dilation of, they are responsible for the power of accommodation of the lens, so that the lens will change its focal length according to the need. Is it or not? Is it?
Sir, how is it the function of the ciliary muscles to
See, ciliary muscles are they attached to the eye lens beta. Suppose this is the eye lens. I'm drawing over here. Wait a second. Okay. This is the muscular eye lens, and ciliary muscles are present over here. Ciliary muscles. So ciliary muscles will push that lens towards this side. Then the lens will become thin. The lens will become thin. If ciliary muscle will push the lens in this direction, then lens will become very thick like this. Is it or not? So if lens is
yes, sir.
becoming thin or thick, means if it is dilating or the contracting, then the focal length will change. If it becomes more thick from the center, then its focal length will decrease. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
So due to weakening of the ciliary muscles, that lens has becomes too dilate. That lens has become dilate, or we can say the power of accommodation of that lens has decreases. Means it is not able to adjust its focal length on the retina. It is due to the weakening of ciliary muscles. So I'm writing here second reason, due to weakening of ciliary muscles. Ciliary
Sir,
muscles.
what type of lens is present in our eye? Because it's not a double convex lens, nor is it a
No, it
plano
is
convex lens.
no, it is double convex lens.
Um, yes, sir.
Yes, it is round spherical in shape, and it is formed by the crystalline muscular cells. Okay. Okay. So due
Yes,
to
sir. I see.
weakening of ciliary muscles, lens or the eyeball, or we can say eye lens also becomes thick, thick. Hence its converging power increases. Hence its converging power increases. Okay, so due to increase in converging power, the lens will converge the light right in front of the retina. Okay, if that lens become more thick, that means it will converge the light and focus on the principal axis before the retina, like this over here. That particular time image will form in front of retina. So these are the two possible reasons for myopia. Okay, everyone? Everyone
Sir,
understood?
what
Yes, sir,
causes
understood.
these two reasons?
See, one is due to weakening of ciliary muscles, and due to accidental or maybe the swelling of eye, or maybe due to aging like aging, this or continuous watching of laptop or maybe mobile phone, this may happens due to less
Yes, sir.
amount of nutrients is supplied to the person. Then there are many reasons for that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now we will discuss how the myopia is going to treat or correct it. Okay, first I want you have to take a screenshot for that. Take a first screenshot for today. Done, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay. So now I'm just scrolling down so that we will cover the next part. Okay, see here what happens, that due to increase in converging power of the lens, it converges the light right in front of the retina. Means image will form over here, beta. So it will appear blur. Okay, see, reasons are also given here. What are the reasons? Excessive curvature of the eye lens means thick. The lens has become very thick. We already gone through that. And decreases the focal length. If focal length will increase means decrease means first focal length was up to retina, but now we have just right in front of the retina, means focal length have decreased. Is it or not? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And second reason, elongation of the eyeball. Elongation of eyeball, that means the distance from the lens and retina increases. If it elongated like this, oh, see, if this elongated like this, then okay, that means the distance from lens to the retina has increased. Okay, so these are the two possible reasons for myopia. Okay, so now how we can correct that? Suppose I am using suitable concave lens over here. Suppose this is the concave lens I am using here. So concave lens is also called as beta diverging lens. It will diverge the light. So light will diverge and reach over here, and in this side will reach over here, and now it will converge by here, and it will converge at focus now, means at retina like this. Okay, and image will form on retina. Okay, so by using suitable concave lens, okay, we can correct the myopia. Okay, already given over here. Myopia can be corrected by using suitable concave lens or the concave lens of appropriate power. Okay, this is called as the myopia, it causes and its treatment. Okay, see, already diagram is given over here. Whatever we had drawn is already drawn over here. Here it is. Is it? See, light will supposed to incident on that particular region if they are coming like following principle to the parallel axis. So they will going to converge over here. But we have used that suitable concave lens, so it have diverges the light over here, light rays, and then they focuses at the retina, and image is forming over here. If image will form here, then our retina will going to produce impulses, or and our brain is going to form the clear or the sense clear image of that object. Okay, everyone, any doubt here? Everyone do reply. Everyone?
No, sir.
No, na. So take a second screenshot, then we are going to discuss the next defect. Done?
Sir, does the distance between the eyeball and the lens make a difference on whether you get a sharp image or not?
Yes, beta. See what happens, image have to form at retina only. Means light rays have to focus or the focus on retina itself, so that image will form on retina, then retina will going to produce impulses, and our brain is going to sense those impulses correctly and object will appear clear. So in order to form the clear image have to form at retina only.
So, sir, let's say rather than using normal glasses, somebody decides to use contact lenses. So the distance between the eye lens and the contact lens decreases. So does the power have to be changed?
See, if we are using that contact lens, so contact lens have to be properly, we can say, identified in order to form the image at retina only. So that contact lens are made in such a way that so that they will correct that particular defect. So they are made for that only. Instead of using spectacle, people are using contact lens. So yes, and they
Yes,
will,
sir.
yes, so they will, like, sometime what happens, suppose I am using the spectacle sometime during watching movies or maybe while using laptop. So I have the power of lens is negative 0.25. Okay, so that negative 0.25, that forget that negative one. So that lens, when I am using, when I was using, 3-4 year back, so that time particular lens was suitable for me, but due to continuous use, that I am not using nowadays because my eye is already corrected automatically due to use of that particular lens, and I am not using now. Okay, so sometime what happens, if you are using lens, so lens automatically going to correct or that muscles or ciliary muscles properly, so that our eye lens getting proper power of accommodation. Sometime it happens with some
Sir,
people.
isn't it because the power was quite just a little bit off zero? If it's more like 2 or 3, then I
Yes,
think it would be
so
harder to correct it. So
yes, and it changes time to time also. There is some difference will create, because your eyes will become useful for that particular lens. So I will if you are using the lens, then the stress or strain is not going to fall on the ciliary muscles. Then ciliary muscles becomes like more strong because they are working less. So due to less working of the ciliary muscles, they are not weakening, they are becoming very strong, and the people, they are correcting eye defect automatically. Sometimes it happens with me, it happens with me, it happened with me. Okay, I'm not using the lens now, the spectacle. Okay,
yes, sir.
okay, so now we are going to understand the next defect, and which is the hypermetropia. Yes, it is the hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is just opposite of the myopia. It is just opposite of myopia. Okay, so it is also called as farsightedness, or instead of far, it is also called as further sightedness. Okay, further sightedness. That means in this defect, human eye can see the nearby object clearly. No, sorry. So a person cannot see the nearby object clearly, yes, and but can see the distance object distinctly. Means further sightedness means we can see the distance object clearly but not the nearby object. This defect is called as hypermetropia or farsightedness or further sightedness. Okay, so again I am writing here the defect of eye, the defect of human eye, in which a person cannot see nearby object clearly but can see the distance object distinctly is called as beta hypermetropia. Okay, so what happens generally in hypermetropia? So image is formed behind the retina. See, behind the retina. So image will form at a point behind the retina beta. Means it is not focusing on the retina but image will form behind the retina. That time again the object will appear blur. Object's image will appear blurred to us. Okay, so again this is the functioning of normal eye. Image is forming at the retina, but by the person, if it is or maybe the person is causing with hypermetropia or further sightedness, then the image will form behind the retina. So if image will form behind the retina, it is called as hypermetropia. If it is formed like in front of the retina, then it is called as myopia. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now here again we had two possible reasons. Number one. So these possible reasons are again as just opposite of the myopia. Okay. So probably the distance between lens and retina has decreases. So I'm writing here the distance between lens and retina decreases. Okay, that means the eyeball has become small. Okay, second reason. Okay, then image will form behind the retina. And then second reason, what will be the second reason? That eyeball or that eye lens is not dilating properly, means its converging power has decreases. Converging power of the lens has decreases. Again it is due to the weakening of ciliary muscles. So due to weakening of ciliary muscles, due to weakening of ciliary muscles, the eye lens become thin. If it is become thin, that means its converging power has decreases. That means the converging power of lens decreases. Okay, so these are the two possible reasons by which hypermetropia is causing. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the remedy for that? Suppose if we are using convex lens here like this. Suppose we are using convex lens. So convex lens will first converge light over here, and not here, here. And then the eyeball or the eye lens again going to converge back on the retina now, like this. Means image will form at retina only. So in myopia, we have used concave lens. So in hypermetropia, we will use the convex lens. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
So take a screenshot for that hypermetropia.
Sir, a doubt.
Yes, beta.
Sir, what if a person have both hypermetropia and myopia?
then it is called as beta presbyopia. We will discuss that also. After that, we will discuss that because it happens with the aging population.
Okay, sir.
Okay, take a screenshot first, then we will discuss that also. Everyone, done?
Done, sir.
Tanvi, done beta, Tanvi, Tushar, Himanshu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are not replying, Tanvi. I have to ask every time to you.
Wait,
Huh?
sir. Wait. Actually, my screenshot button is not there, sir. I'm finding it.
Okay.
Yeah, where is it? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. Done.
Now take. Done?
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here again given the reason of the defect, the eye lens have become thin. That means increase in focal length. That means the converging power of the lens has decreases. And eyeball has become small. If it has become small, that means the distance between lens and retina has decreases. Okay. So it can be corrected by using suitable power of convex lens that we already discussed. Okay. So take a screenshot for that also. Then we are going to move further.
Just that. 9 o'clock.
हाँ बेटा Ahil asking something.
Sir, I'm saying it is time of change.
हाँ.
It's 9 o'clock.
No, I'm not getting you.
Sir is saying that it's 9.
It's 9. Oh. Okay.
So what's the topic for tomorrow's exam?
The same. Like we have to complete that hypermetropia also. No,
So
presbyopia.
is it going to be eyesight? I mean,
Yes, whatever the part we have covered, like human eye, we will have test on that. So we'll discuss that presbyopia, then we will end our session. Okay. So presbyopia, that the one student has just asked if person will causes by both. So what will happen? So that disease is called as beta presbyopia. Okay. So and it is generally causes to the old people, means aging population. The power of accommodation of the eyeball usually decreases. It cannot like set its focal length on the retina. Sometimes it becomes very weak, that due to ciliary muscles becomes weak, the power of accommodation of the lens or eye lens has decreases. Okay, so this defect is called as beta presbyopia. That means the person may suffer from both myopia as well as hypermetropia. So for that, if see what are the reason for that? So gradual weakening of the ciliary muscles if becomes weak, then they are not going to focus the lens properly on the retina, and decreasing the flexibility of the eye lens. Okay, and eye lens becomes like very hard due to aging population, and its converging power has decreases, or converging or diverging power. That means we can say the power of accommodation of that eyeball has decreases. How it can be corrected? So it can be corrected by using bifocal lens. So have you seen that Gandhiji's spectacle like this?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir, has both convex and concave in it.
Yes. So at the down portion, the convex lens is present, and upper part we have the concave lens. So down is convex, and upper portion is concave. So by using concave, we can see nearby object clearly, and by using concave, we can see the further part of part, no further, far part distance object. distance object. Okay, everyone. Everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So see here we are using convex lens as well as concave lens. That's why it is called as, this lens is called as beta bifocal length. Okay, with the appropriate power. So bifocal lenses consist of the both concave and convex lens. The upper portion is consist of the concave lens and lower portion is consist of the convex lens. Okay, so by which we can treat or we can correct the press myopia. Okay, any doubt? Everyone, any doubt? Everyone?
No, sir, no doubt.
No, na? Okay. So here we have completed the defects in eye part of your chapter. Okay. So we're gonna have test on that particular part. So get ready for tomorrow's test. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so we have already completed almost 1 hour, 1 minute, and we have completed that particular required portion also. Okay, so we'll leave the class for today.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So have a good night and do study well and get high score on your school as well as your Chanakya tutorials examination.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yes, sir.